This is really a baby moon.
It's a baby moon.
2.0 actually, because you had a baby moon in Paris, if you think about it.
Technically, that
Yeah.
was a baby announcement moon.
Ladies,
No, you
let's
weren't.
yeah. So episode 13.
Episode 13.
Episode 13. Okay, so this is different.
This is a little different.
This is a whole new location.
Yeah. This is our new location from now on.
This is our backyard. This is our dream location. But this is really a baby moon.
It's a baby moon.
2.0 actually, because you had a baby moon in Paris, if you think about it.
Technically,
Yeah.
that was a baby announcement moon.
Ladies,
No,
let's
you weren't.
yeah, let's define things. The baby announcement trip
Moon.
should be distinct and different from the baby moon.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
And then the baby moon, you just relax.
The baby moon, you relax.
Yes.
The baby announcement,
You go, go, go. We
you go,
explored
go, go.
Paris.
Okay. All right. Well, here we are. And so right now we're in St. Martin.
Yes, we are on the French side of St. Martin.
Yeah, it's St. Martin.
Yeah, we were here, 10 years ago? When we first met?
Yeah. And it was nice. It's been a very good little couple of days just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, this is our view every morning.
Yeah.
We
it's a
open the
beautiful view.
shutters and it's incredible.
Yeah, beautiful view. Beautiful people.
And I think the reason I wanted to come here is because I kind of wanted like not a redo, but like this is kind of like where we first came to fall in love almost, or this is where we were falling in love when we first met.
The first place we came after we met each other, the
Yeah.
first big trip, was in St. Martin,
Yeah.
and that's when I didn't plan on learning French ever.
Yeah.
But when I came here, then we started listening to French music. Then I was like, man, this would be a really good idea to learn French. So all of these like big moments were in this location.
Yeah. And so now that we're here again, we have been speaking as much French as we can to as many people.
I'm actually, I'm getting a little tired of people switching to English.
Switching to English. Yeah. But I feel like you're really good about like en français,
Annoying
s'il
them?
vous plaît.
Yeah, annoying them. I think I'm really good at that. Because I think the way I sound in French is like, like me no want. Me no want with sugar.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
let's
just
do
switch.
English. Yeah.
And then whenever I'm like, no, like I have to practice, they're like, all right, try this, and then they'll help me out.
And it's probably the accent too, So when you're trying to pronounce things, they're like, wait, what did you say?
Well, it's like if someone who spoke Spanish in the States walked up to me and said, please, I want help.
Yeah.
Like, please.
Yeah.
And
please talk to me in English. And
like with
see
their
how
hands
far
out.
we can get. Yeah.
Like, I come to you French people with my hands open, bearing my soul, asking you to help me with my grammar.
Yeah.
Don't switch to English, please.
But I do really like when we like start speaking French to someone and like they just keep going.
Oh,
French,
yeah.
we're
And
like,
then
okay.
at the same time, I also come to you with my hands open. Please slow down whenever you stay in French. Like, don't think that I know everything, because you ordered creme brulee.
I did.
And you crushed it.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that was really fun. I like walked in and I just started speaking French. I said, table for two, and he just like went.
Oh, yeah. He was totally comfortable with
He
you.
did give us the menu in English, though.
Oh, yeah. All right. So this was a big disappointment to me. One side was English, and I was like, oh. And then I got suspicious, and I walked over and looked at the other side. It was French.
Yeah.
He didn't trust
he
us.
didn't switch to English with us.
He didn't switch.
He spoke French the whole time.
He entertained us.
He didn't. He was very nice.
Very kind. Very kind of him.
We just had some dessert and some coffee, and it was a really lovely night.
It
The
was nice.
weather has been wonderful, except for today, where it rained at like multiple times.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's
okay.
Caribbean.
Yeah, you can like watch the cloud go by. You're like, oh, okay, it's almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really nice.
So the main topic of today is just checking in.
Yeah,
Really, there's nothing to do other than check in.
yeah. One of my favorite things I would say about being here is being in the water. And so yesterday we have like a big old floaty, like a round floaty.
Yeah.
And I was in the pool and I got to put my stomach in the middle of the donut and just lay on my stomach and
Yeah.
float in the pool. And I think that was
You haven't been able to lay on your stomach in months.
in months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because normally if I lay, it squishes her and then she's like, pop, 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 get away from me. And then she didn't do that. She was like, it just cooled down in here.
Nice.
It's the pool.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I
that
saw
was
you lay on your
amazing.
belly. I saw you kind of like freeze for a second. So I was like, okay, she's pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Kite surfing, or no,
Ooh.
kite flying has been kind of fun.
Yeah. We just walk like
Yeah.
right off the dock and
Yeah.
there's a beach over here and we just fly our
Yeah.
kites. So far almost every evening we've flown it at sunset. So it's been a really nice sunset.
I still have guilt going on vacation because it feels like you're not doing enough. Like you don't work and you're supposed to like be happy that you're not working, but I feel like I still have guilt. Like I don't feel like I should be relaxing. I feel like I should be working.
I feel like you should embrace the French idea of vacation
Yeah.
since you're on a French half of the island
Yeah.
and just embrace the sun and the waves
Yeah.
because you're going to go back, it's still going to be there.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only challenge is like it takes a week for me to not think about going back to work, and then at the end of the week, like I'm like, okay, I guess I can relax now, and then you're right back in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but like we're flying kites, and I'm like, I kind of feel bad about this.
Yeah.
And then we're like walking around, I'm like, I still feel like terrible. and then like I get to like do a couple of emails, and I'm like, okay, this feels right. This feels better.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's like capitalism is eating your brain.
But capitalism put us on a flight, and capitalism put us on the beach, and so here we are capitalizing on this capitalism, and I feel like I should probably get back to it.
You know
That's what I feel like.
I would say that I don't feel bad at all. I will feel no remorse for the both of us
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's so much coming, right? Like,
Well, I don't feel bad. I don't think you should feel anything at all because you're, building a human. You're basically, working right now. I might wake up with a slight guilt. You are actually waking up with fatigue and pain, and so it's different. you know.
yeah.
So I just, if we don't have anything to talk about, I'll just talk about everything. That's the main driving feeling for me is like you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be relaxing. You should be getting ready for your baby to arrive. You should be working on things that are future proof. And you should not be faking like you're done. That's what it feels like. Vacations are faking like you're done. This is not, I'm not done. We're not, well,
Yeah.
the way I feel.
Right.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know though, because then like, what's the point of it all, right? Like, when are you gonna be done? Are
Never.
you- right.
You're never done.
So then you
'Cause you
die
know what?
one day and you're still not done.
Like every organism on this planet, we're going to wiggle around until all the cells stop. So
Yeah.
I'm never going to stop wiggling around.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point of life is like this. The point of life is like enjoying like dinner with your wife and like watching TV together, hanging out in our backyard,
You know-
taking a flight on vacation.
You know what? I understood the point when Real Madrid lost to Arsenal. That's when I understood it was all worth it.
It's all worth it.
Because no, we were watching it yesterday, and that was like, I was in the moment, 100% in the moment. You were there too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
don't act like I
true.
was just by myself. You saw the same game that I saw. You saw the penalty kick from Saka. You saw the Martinelli finish.
Yep.
And at that moment, we were locked in.
Well, you can channel your brain into being an Arsenal player where they're going to celebrate their win. They worked really hard and they're going to celebrate for a while, but they have another game coming up. You know,
Um,
so like the crazy doesn't stop. You have to like chill
mm,
in between so you're ready for the next thing.
yeah. Well, that was insightful, but I don't want to accept it
Okay.
because I want it to be a brat.
Oh, we have rat.
I want to be a brat when I grow up, and I want to be a brat when I end this story. Well,
Yeah. Well, for me, it's like all this, so much is coming. There's like we're in the next phase of our life. So much, so many things are changing. She's gonna be here
well,
before we know it.
and that's the thing. I know it's necessary. Like,
Yeah.
there's no getting around how necessary it is for these days, these weeks, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if something just doesn't turn off, and it's just like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like, it's really nice, but it's like, get to work. Like, why are
Yeah.
you here?
I mean, for the record, you've been working every day from afar.
Well, yeah.
So it's not like you're really relaxing completely. You have taken
Yeah.
on quite a bit of work while you're here, also.
Well, the whole purpose for me being here is so you can be at one with the waves, at one with the sound of the ocean, because like that's the only thing that matters. Like you were asking me like what do I want to do? Do I want to like, rent like one of these little,
Kite surf.
kites or
Yeah.
something like kite surfing? Um and no, I can't imagine anything I want to do at this point because I feel like this trip is not it's not something that I need, you know? It's like, something that I feel like would be it's great for you to have nature energy around the growth of the baby. Like that's all I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
That's all I think that's necessary is just for you to have nature energy. That's all.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I have been trying to go into the ocean every chance I get.
Yeah.
And another thing we've been doing here that's been great has been eating a lot of good
Oh
food.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The Caribbean touch.
Yes,
Yeah.
that Creole food.
Yeah.
Like we went to, was it Rosemary's
Rosemary's. Yeah.
yesterday? And Rosemary was there.
Yeah. Rosemary. She made sure she made eye contact with her guests.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, "Let me know how it comes out." And
It was very good. A
very
whole
good.
fish
Yeah.
fried.
You had a
and
red snapper.
I had a red snapper.
Yeah.
It was with the rice and beans
I
and
had
a
a Creole
plantain.
style jerk chicken.
Yeah, Creole
kinda
style jerk
different.
chicken and ribs.
Well, it was a combo. I had the jerk
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah, the jerk
And the jerk
combo.
combo had ribs, chicken, rice and beans. Oh, but you know what? Jamaican versus Creole.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
But jerk
godmother's
chicken, I think, is
Jamaican.
more.
Jerk chicken.
Yeah.
If you put jerk on the label, and I don't taste the Scotch bonnet, and I don't taste the,
Yeah, but it was very good chicken. It just wasn't like what the Jamaican jerk that we're used
Yeah,
to. But we're
yeah.
not in Jamaica.
Yeah, we are not in Jamaica.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you though, when we used to live in Florida, we had really good Jamaican food.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man,
Yeah.
that little like curve of islands can bring the best food. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the French pastries.
Yeah.
Have
Oh, well, those are perfect.
been excellent.
Yeah, no, the best creme brulee we've ever had.
Best creme brulee we've ever
Yeah.
had. The little French restaurant we ordered yesterday.
Yeah.
And then our breakfast place, Chez Fernand.
Yeah, Chef Cornell.
Fernand
Yeah.
has like the eclairs and the cheesecake
Yeah.
and the tarts
Yeah.
and the coffees, and it's
Yeah.
so good. And it's not super sweet. And that's what I miss about pastries
Oh, being done correctly.
being done correctly is like it's not the high fructose corn syrup, it's just sugar.
America ruined
Sugar.
Sugar. I feel like what we did to our palates
I
with
know.
like soda and what we've done with birthday cake. I've never had a birthday cake where I was like, oh, the icing's the best part.
Yeah.
You dump all the icing. If this is what normal people do, we dump the icing off, and then we have like maybe like a micrometer's worth of icing, and then you eat the bread.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that was a nice like cupcake. Who in the world enjoys high fructose corn syrup icing?
Yeah.
I've never met anyone who actually enjoys that.
I think we should just go back to sugar, you know.
We should go back to the bare roots, the bare bones, cane sugar, natural sugars,
Coconut sugar. is
coconut
great,
sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let's just go back because we have these desserts and these breakfast pastries, and your teeth don't hurt. Like
No.
like you feel like you. Oh, and I'm wearing a glucose monitor, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. I'm actually wearing a glucose monitor. I eat the pastries and I look at the monitor. It barely spikes.
Yeah.
It barely spikes. I'm like, I'm like barely to like 120 or something like that.
Yeah. And it
Um,
comes right back
and it comes right
down.
back down
Yeah.
because they don't overdo it. They're not ODing us with the sugar.
And we also are more active here. We walk
Yeah,
around more places, so that's super helpful as
yeah,
well.
yeah. But I mean, I'm sitting down when I'm eating it, and I'm
Yeah, that's
sitting down
true.
when I'm checking my glucose.
Yeah.
They don't. It doesn't spike like it would if I were to eat something in America.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing America got right was Skittles, tropical Skittles, purple
That
bag.
is literally high fructose.
That's the one thing they got right.
You can
They
pick and choose, I guess, what
Jolly
you will.
Ranchers, they got Jolly Ranchers right.
Peanut M&Ms.
They messed up on that.
I love peanut M&Ms. Just because you don't like them, they shouldn't be made.
Purple bag Skittles, Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah. You know the other place so I really like when I came to America, I started not liking cakes as much. I used to be I loved cakes.
Yeah.
But in India, we make it with sugar and not high fructose corn syrup
Oh yeah.
when they do like when the bakeries and stuff make them, and
Yeah.
it is excellent.
Totally different.
Excellent cake.
Yeah.
I would eat the icing on the cakes, and then here, never do
Yeah,
I
I
eat
mean
the
they
icing.
had this what was it called?
Mille
Mille foil.
oui,
Yeah, foil.
foil,
Mille foil. A million leaves.
million
And it
leaves.
was filled with passion fruit
Like
icing,
cream, yeah.
and it was soft. It was not sweet, like terribly
It
sweet.
literally had the seeds of the passion fruit
Yeah,
in there, and it was so good. Like you could lick the plate.
mille foil.
Mille foil.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
So, anyways, okay, so shocking news, you all. The French do pastry as well.
Really well.
That's all we been saying this whole
Yeah.
time. We spent the last 5 minutes trying to convince the world that the French are onto something when it comes to
Listen
pastries.
to us,
Yeah,
like,
no,
for
you don't
real.
understand.
No, but you know what's sad? When we were in Paris, I
Yeah.
didn't really have I was nauseous.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really want any pastries and
Yeah,
stuff.
you
So I
missed
didn't
out
get
on a
to
couple
really
of them.
enjoy them.
Yeah, but here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
fun.
French side of the island speaking French.
Yeah. Well, we need to somehow like get our channel over to the French side so like people can start helping us speak more French.
We do take lessons. We take French lessons.
do
We
take
have
lessons.
French tutors.
And
So
if my French tutor is watching, I know you don't really watch my videos, by the way. We only have 160 followers.
I know, it's
But
okay.
if our French tutor is watching, I keep forgetting to use de after avoir.
yeah.
And so I sound probably caveman to them, like very caveman.
Yeah.
Like me once,
I know.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we were interviewing au pairs like we talked about in our
Oh, yeah,
last
yeah.
video.
Yeah.
But when we talk to them in French, they're very nice. They want us. They say, "Oh, your French is pretty good."
They're supporting us like we would babies, like children.
I know.
Like, you
Yeah.
know,
But that's how you get people to keep going. You got to be a little bit more supportive.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So I appreciate all the waiters and the waitresses that have encouraged us to keep going in French.
Well, this lesson that we've learned is never give up when ordering dessert.
Yeah.
Ever. Never stop.
Just
keep going. Keep going. Push through it.
I'll order all the dessert.
And eventually you'll be where you want to be, in front of a bowl of natural sugars.
Right. In the French side of St. Martin. Yeah.
May all your desserts be on the French side.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah.